Hey, and welcome to Unlearning Stress, the podcast where we break the rules and cycles that keep you overcommitted, overstretched, and just plain exhausted, and replace them with something better. No fluff, no guilt, just real talk, real solutions, and expert insights to help you shift the way you live. Whether you're here for the first time or you've been with me for a while, you're in the right place. I'm Michelle O'Neill, your resident emotional wellness coach, and I'm here to help you unlearn the patterns that are wearing you down so you can live with more ease, clarity, and control. Let's get to it. If I stop, they'll think I'm lazy or selfish, or maybe I won't be needed. You may not say those exact words out loud, but they're playing over and over again under everything you do. They're the reason that you keep going, even when your body's whispering, please, not today. They're the reason that you get up when you're sick, apologize when you're canceled, and carry that weight of responsibility more than anyone realizes. Because if you stop, who would step in? What would fall apart? What would they think of you? And this isn't just exhaustion. This is a story. And right now, it's become the story of your life. A deep old belief that your worth is wrapped up in how much you produce, how available you are, and how needed you stay to those around you. And that belief, that's the real weight that you're holding on to. You tie your worth to being productive, available, and capable. But those are just costumes that you learn how to wear. You weren't born thinking that you had to earn love by over delivering. You weren't born believing that rest had to be justified. But somewhere along the way, you learned it. And then you rehearsed it so well that now it feels like truth. So let me show you the patterns that this one belief is keeping you spiraling in, just so you can see and notice them. Things like saying, I'm fine, when your chest is tight and your jaw won't unclench, or apologizing when you cancel, even when you're on the edge and can't take any more on, or feeling silence with one more task so that no one asks, why are you just sitting there doing nothing? And feeling guilty when you take that pause and take that break, and then feeling angry that you can't. And this one that I'm about to say right now may hit you even the deepest. You don't know how to stop, because stopping would mean you're no longer needed. And being needed is how you felt valuable for years. This is the moment right here that we stop pretending. That we stop pretending that it's just about your calendar or your to-do list or your lack of balance. This is about your identity. Can you feel when I said that, where that set in your body? That constant pressure to keep proving, even when you're at empty. And look, I know what you're thinking. If I stop, even just for a moment, someone's going to think I'm lazy or selfish or that I'm not needed. And those thoughts have probably been running your show longer than you realize. And it's not just fear. It's a rule that you live by. Somewhere along the way, rest became dangerous. Not because it hurts, but because it makes you feel like you're not doing enough, like you're letting someone down or like you're falling behind. So you keep moving, even when you're tired, even when your body's screaming for a break, and even when your heart is begging you to just sit down. But what if just stopping, pausing for a moment to recognize what's really happening isn't proof that you're slipping? But what happens is it's proof that, hey, you're finally listening. And did you realize that your brain actually recovers faster when you take that pause early and not when you wait until you crash? Because your nervous system is wired for rhythm, not constant output. And it heals in that silence, in that rest. So now, resting, stepping back, pausing, whatever you want to call it, doesn't mean that you're weak. It means that you're wise enough to stop ignoring what you've been feeling for a long time now. And look, can I ask you something? What's one thought that shows up when you do stop, even for that flicker of a second, just to see? What's that one thought? I want to ask you something else too. And I don't want you to answer it quickly. What has it cost you to keep pushing? What has it cost your body, your peace, your joy, your relationships, your sleep, and your voice? It's okay if you don't have words right now. That's a lot to think about. And I want you to be 100% honest. And you know what? You can best believe that your body knows the answer. It's been carrying that invoice for years. And the truth is, you never should have had to carry that weight, the weight of it all, alone. And the fact that you're here, that you're still listening, that you're even willing to slow down enough to ask those hard questions, that says something about you. It says that you're ready to relate to yourself differently. It says you're not just pushing through anymore. You're noticing. And that's the beginning of everything. So let's come back to where we started. You're tired, but not because you're lazy and not because you're unmotivated. You're tired because you've been running on just getting through, just making it, get her done. And somewhere along the way, that's become your norm. Today wasn't about fixing everything. It was about finally seeing it for what it is. And that's acceptance. It's not resignation. it's recognition. And you can't change what you want to acknowledge, right? But now you do see it. And that changes everything. Let me name some truths that you can stand on. You're not failing. And you're not lazy. You're not weak. What it is you're at capacity. And your body and your spirit have been trying to tell you that for a while now. And today with me, you've actually taken the time to listen. The next time that you feel yourself pushing through, I want you to pause and ask, is this strength? Or is this the part of me that's afraid to rest? That one question, it might change everything. Look, if this time with me today brought clarity and brought something up for you, something that you finally ready to stop drudging throughout alone, I've actually opened up some space for a few women this month into the experience. And it's not a program, let me get that out, and it's not a course. It's a chance privately with me to reset. And it's built for high capacity women like you who are finally ready to listen to themselves and to do something. And you know what? You know if it's time. And when you do, I want you to just reach out. You don't need fixing. And you're not behind. Right now, what it is you're ready. I want to thank you for being with me today. I kept it short for a reason. And I want you to hear in your body, in your soul, what I've said to you today. And I want you to take in what was meant for you. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye. If this episode hits home, don't just push it aside. Lean into it. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next. And connect with me on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Substack, where we go even deeper. Links will be in the comments. And if you're ready to start unlearning the patterns that keep you stuck, keep listening, because real change happens one choice at a time. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.